Good morning, students. Today we are going to start the key terms of chapter number 2. So let's start with the first key term, that is public. Basically, what is public? Public means the people of country, the people relating to the government or things or the activities done by the government for the people living in a country. Okay, so an activity or service that is meant for all people in the country and is mainly organized by the government. This includes schools, hospitals, telephone services, etc. People can demand these services and also raise questions about their non-functioning. So next is private. An activity or service that is organized by an individual or company for their own gain or profit. You can take an example of a shopkeeper. Shopkeeper brings the material for his or her shop from the wholesale market or wholesale rate. Afterwards, he sells the same material on MRP. MRP means market retail price. So whatsoever the difference is there between wholesale price and the market retail price, that is the profit for the shopkeeper which he or she will get from the customer. So that is private. Next is medical tourists. Medical tourists are those people who come from other country for their medical treatment. Basically, they go to those hospitals only who are offering world-class facilities at very lower cost. They might get all the facilities in their own country at a very high rate, but they go to other countries because they get a lot of benefit in other countries to get the treatment. So medical tourists, this refers to foreigners who come to the country specifically for medical treatment at hospitals that offer world-class facilities at a lower cost than what they would have to pay in their own countries. Next is communicable disease. Communicable diseases are those diseases which spread from one person to another in many ways, such as through water, food, air, etc. So communicable diseases are those diseases which are spreading through the communicating with each other, that are known as the communicable diseases. Those are such as cough, cold. These all are the communicable diseases. Coronavirus, which is going on now, due to which our schools are also closed. We are not even allowed to go out of the house. We are even restricted to communicate with any of the person, to go outside. So that is known as the communicable disease, which can be spreaded by communicating with the other person. Okay, so next is OPD. OPD, the full form of OPD is outpatient department, where people are first brought in and treated in a hospital. They are not being admitted anywhere. They are not being admitted in any of the room. Even they do not require any of the specific room to get admitted. They come for the treatment only for the normal diseases. That is known as OPD, which is known as outpatient department. So this is a short form of for outpatient department. This is where people are first brought in and treated in a hospital without being admitted to any special ward. So next is ethics. Ethics are the moral principles that influence a person's behavior. Next is generic names. Generic names, these are chemical names of the drugs. They help in identifying the ingredients. They are globally recognized. For example, acetyl salicylic acid is the generic name of aspirin. In the same way, we have the other generic names also, like Brufen, like paracetamol. So these are the few generic names which are given according to the chemicals which are found into these medicines.